Welcome to the Official Personality Guru. INTPs didn't seem to be daunted by the idea of a zombie apocalypse. These curious logical types enjoy the challenge of finding solutions and putting them into practical use. They're more likely to be independent or work in a small group because they dislike organizing large groups of people or having to work under dictatorships. INTPs in the zombie apocalypse are likely going to be good with strategizing about ways to accomplish tasks as they arise. Their quick thinking will probably prove helpful in getting themselves or groups out of complex situations. Their logical creativity and competent minds allow INTPs to be good in a pinch, such as finding ways to use unlikely objects to kill zombies. They will also probably be able to assist their group in detecting flaws in plans and ideas, making the plans and processes better in the end. In addition to creativity in situations, some INTPs will want to do zombie research, which would certainly be a growing field in the zombie apocalypse. If they are scientifically minded and have a place still capable of scientific study, they may try to figure out a way to cure zombieism. Or they may at least try to find ways to save the lives of those who still have lives through science. Today, let's talk about INTP zombie apocalypse, how the INTPs handle survival. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the Official Personality Guru and ring the bell icon to get regular updates on our latest uploads. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. Most of us wonder what it would be like to survive through the first wave of a zombie outbreak. Or maybe it's just those of us who have the nerdy imagination to explore those types of futures. We imagine ourselves in a reality where the world has crumbled and we have to fight for survival or even fight to protect the ones we love. While pretty much everyone envisions themselves as part of the end of days, in reality, many people wouldn't be so lucky. So instead of just imagining this future, let's dive a little deeper into how your personality type might help or hinder you in the zombie apocalypse. Most people view themselves as capable of handling the zombie outbreak, but in reality, it is much more complicated than this. For the INTP, certain strengths could help them survive, but also weaknesses that might hold them back or make survival more challenging. Everyone has certain strengths and weaknesses, but when it comes to the end of days, these become more prominent and can affect people much differently. INTPs can be very useful people when it comes to certain survival situations, but it is also important to be aware of their setbacks. Strengths. INTPs are natural problem solvers who catalog a lot of different information because they spend so much time reading and learning about new things. They can use this information to help them figure out useful solutions. The INTP's natural ability to problem solve is something that can be useful in just about any situation, especially in a zombie apocalypse. While it might not seem like great strength, it truly is when the time comes to think your way out of a serious problem. INTPs are capable of seeing all of the facts and using their inner minds to find the answer and best solution. They can process what is going on and come up with a creative way to move forward and get themselves and their group out of trouble. Their ability to problem solve is not a small skill and can help the INTP to think strategically rather than emotionally. While others might panic and just go with whatever feels right at the moment, the INTP is capable of thinking ahead and seeing around the corner. They can also remember so many details from things they have read and researched, and this can come in handy. They might recall certain survival information which can keep the INTP and their loved ones alive. Where people might be clueless about these facts, the INTP has likely read about them at some point, even if they haven't utilized them before. INTPs are also creative people which can help them adapt to new situations. Instead of becoming panicked and struggling to find answers, they use their intuition and creative minds to help them navigate something new. INTPs will try to be logical about their choices, instead of allowing emotions to cloud their judgments. This is something that can also help them figure out who they can and cannot trust when it comes to strangers, INTPs are more likely to avoid people and they are perfectly comfortable being alone. This actually can be considered a strength when it comes to a survival situation where people cannot be trusted. So many people will be out of for themselves. The INTP is often well aware of this fact. They won't blindly trust someone. Instead, they're likely to be skeptical of just about everyone they encounter. This is something that might be considered a weakness in a normal day-to-day situation. But in the zombie apocalypse, it is a great strength that can keep them alive. How about you? If you're in an apocalypse, how are you going to handle survival? Be sure to watch until the end and share your experience to have a chance to have your comment pinned. Weaknesses. INTPs are not often connected to their physical selves, which can be a weakness when they are in survival situations. In a world where you have to be conscious of your physical surroundings at all times, the INTPs might find themselves overwhelmed. They cannot simply bury themselves in their thoughts. Instead, they have to be conscious of their physical well-being. There are times when INTPs forget to eat or attend to their needs, and these are things that will certainly be weaknesses in a post-apocalyptic world. When they go without tending to their needs, and it will make them physically weak, and this can be what costs them their survival. For the INTP to survive, they would certainly need to adapt and would have to overcome this weakness. INTPs also don't like having to react without thinking things through, since they prefer to analyze. INTPs tend to second-guess themselves because of this, and might not trust their instincts. In a survival situation, you have to be capable of reacting quickly, and so, this can be challenging for the INTP sometimes. They can become so caught up in analyzing that they don't trust their instincts and their sense of intuition. Instead, they try to overthink, and this doubt can cause them to get into trouble. This can certainly be a weakness, as the INTP will do much better following what feels right and is capable of living in the present a bit more. INTPs just don't naturally find themselves focused on the present moment, which is something that can become a weakness when zombies are constantly viewing them as dinner. Before we continue, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give us a like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the Official Personality Guru for more amazing videos. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our content. The results. When it comes down to INTPs are certainly capable people, with a long list of strengths and natural talents. If they can learn to adapt and strengthen their weaknesses, then they can certainly benefit from this. There are many situations where they need to adapt and grow, and the INTP is capable of doing this. However, some weaknesses could truly set them back, and so they need to surround themselves with people who can help. If the INTP can be around someone who can be conscious of the physical world and is very connected to this part of themselves, then they could make for a great team.